What is going on, everybody? Isaac here. I am showing you a brand new knife from a newer company called Ned Foss. They were kind enough to send this over to me to take a look at and show everybody. Pretty cool looking box here. We got some wild animal eyes and their logo there. So let's check it out. Pop open the tab. This way. All right, so this is a fixed blade hunter type knife called the Hyannis. Here we go. It's a small fixed blade, Kydex sheath here with a tech lock type thing. Even comes with, it's wrapped around there, ferro rod. How cool is that? This is first for me, Kydex sheath with ferro rod attachment. And the knife, a little plastic wrapped around it. Here it is. Got, you can see there the glare, it says Ned Foss with their lion's head logo there. This is a thick boy. Man, we got, it's got to be close to 1/4 inch here down through the handle and up the spine. We got this big jimping area here and some jimping in the back, waiting for a nice secure grip. We're looking at possibly 3.5 inch blade according to their specs. I don't know, do I have a ruler or tape measure in my drawer here? I used to. Wonder what I did. Anyway, let's plan on that being 1/4 inch thick, just like I said. Now these are G10 handles. They're not super rough like you get on an Emerson knife. They've got a nice texture to it. They've got that blue and black swirl there. Lanyard, if you like that. All in all, man, I think this knife makes a good first impression. Full flat grind here, 440C steel. And get a better look at that logo. Full handle, real nice grip. For me, look at this Coke bottle type shape handles. Very comfortable knife. There's a couple other things in the box here. We got paper, Ned Foss, more than sharp. Let's see. And there's some back. There we go. Little tidbits. Thank you for choosing. Caution! Sharp blades. Improper use. No chiseling, ice picking, prying, or applying force onto back of blade. Cleaning and oiling. Yep, do that. Sharpen, touch up the edge as needed. Whatever. And look at that. Nice cleaning cloth there. So let's wipe off this blade. There were a few spots in it. And that wiped right off. Let's see. We are okay sharp out of the box. Yeah, there we go. I think I just didn't have enough hair on that spot, but we got hairs here. Hair shaven sharp. I'll probably touch it up just a little bit here. before we do some cutting. Man, this does feel good. I'm usually not a fan of small fixed blades like this, but this feels good. I like the G10. Really like the Kydex sheath here. No rattle, and that ferrule rod is definitely a nice touch. Let's see. Push on that, squeeze in, and you're able to click that onto your belt. Lock that back up. Again, if you don't have something like this, pop that down, squeeze, open. There we go. I'll have to put this on my belt and get started on cutting some stuff. The Ned Foss Hyannis. All right, we are starting out here in the kitchen with a pineapple. So of course we want to slice up the tag there so you can see it cut some paper. Now this video is at 3 times regular speed, so you don't get bored to death watching me cut up a pineapple for too awful long. But you know, pineapple's pretty thick, and this is a 3.5-inch blade, so we're not going to make it all the way through on that initial cut, you know, cutting the pineapple in half, but it's slicing through this. And you know, if you know your pineapples got some pretty tough skin, you know, and it cuts through pretty well. That full flat grind really gets on down in there. And we're cutting this up. Take a chunk, taste it, juicy good. Now it's a hunter and not just a food prep kitchen knife, so we gotta find out how it skins. So this half of the pineapple, we're just gonna take off the skin. We're not going to you know, slice it and dice it like the other one. So there you go, guys. Look at that. I just scalped that thing, and it did a great job. I was able to get underneath with the tip of the knife and then, you know, slice across there and just remove that skin. Now it gets a little hairy here as you know, you take that off and the pineapple is, you know, juicy and squishy and all that, but this knife performed spectacularly. All right, everybody, here we are out in the woods. For right now, let's take a look on how this knife sits on the belt. There we go. Sat on nice, snapped on securely. Okay, so we got the knife out of the sheath here. You can see the Ned Foss logo with like the lion's head and mane there. So right now we've got a cedar tree right here, and we are just going to work on scraping some of this cedar bark. Using the spine of the knife here. As you can see here, that spine is working just fine on that cedar bark. And get a bigger pile than this to start our tinder bundle and keep moving. Let's see how this hyannis goes in and carves our tactical stick. It's quite the knotty spot right there. KNOTTYNAUGHTY. Beautiful. That's full flat grind, of course. It's definitely gonna be good slicer. And that 440C steel, real solid stuff. And if you want, come up here, push with your thumb for fine carving tasks. That is a nice, sharp, tactical stick. Ooh-wee, vampire killer for sure. I just want to show you taking off this bark here. I'm hardly putting any pressure in that cut. Just letting that edge go to work. With some pressure now. Very nice. Ned Foss Hyannis. Hunting. It's more of a hunter than a bushcraft knife, but you know, we're doing some bushcraft tasks out here. And some tasks that, you know, you might do in any camp hunting situation that you might find yourself in. Now, is this a survival knife? Could be a survival knife. It's not marketed as a survival knife, but I said a 1/4 inch thick earlier in the video. This is 3/16, not a 1/4 inch, not quite that thick, but that is a thick spine for a 3.5 inch blade on a knife. So this is going to be, it's going to add some toughness to this little blade for sure. All right, let's go try to make that fire now.
More sticks. Daddy, these are all of the things you said?
This is too thick for this small blade, but you can see it's going in there, that's for sure. And I got that big thing jutting out, so let me no harm done to that. Let's see here. We are going to actually take that big old thing and now use that as our baton for what we were using as our baton, because this is more realistic here. You can see we got that nice piece of kindling from that piece of cedar. Yes. Let's see. This is super small up here on the top, but let's see if we can flip this around. We've got a natural crack in the wood. Here we go, guys. Ned Foss Hyannis. We got the ferro rod. Comes with the sheath. We're going to see if we can strike it with the spine here, and if that doesn't work, we'll use this sharpening choil down here.
It's just making spikes. Dad, it's just making spikes.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Why?
Oh, because sparks are what makes.
Flames?
Yeah. So we're making sparks here.
Make flame. Like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you on the face with the stick. I'm gonna make a bagel. Get a little bagel so it comes off. It can just slide right into that little hole.
So we're not doing so good with our fire making, but that's not
Daddy just trying new stuff. Okay. It starts to move away.
so I'm not really getting a big shower of sparks here from the ferro rod, but that could be user error here, as you know, I'm not the world's foremost expert fire starter. Guess we're not going to make a fire, but you know, we didn't get the biggest, driest tinder bundle here. The ground is also quite wet from some rains over the weekend.
Daddy!
Could contribute as well. We probably need some more tinder.
Daddy, is this your phone or mine?
All right, we're going to try this ferro rod in a more controlled environment here in the garage with this fat wood, and we'll see how this shaves it here. And we'll see if we can get some sparks on these fat wood shavings and light them up. I know this is super dark. Okay, we've got a good bit of fat wood here. Oh, thought we almost had it there. See, we got sparks, but it's not lighting up.
It starts making smoke and flame.
There we go.
I'm gonna make it higher.
So there is a ferro rod in action,
Daddy, make it even higher.
and the knife did scrape it with the choil there. I did not have luck with the spine, but choil, all good. Well, folks, here you have it. The Ned Foss Hyanus performed pretty well, I'd say. I am impressed with the quality of this knife. I don't typically do a ton of budget-minded options made in China, but this impressed me, guys. It feels good. It's this 3.5-inch blade, it does the job for a lot of stuff. You don't always need a big old 6-inch blade to accomplish all the things outdoors and in camp. I do think this would make a great hunter, and if you want to EDC this knife, you could. I think it'll work just fine. It is a bit on the heavier side, so you're looking at over 10 ounces with the sheath for this knife. But you know, you get that nice thick blade there and that ferro rod. That weight includes the ferro rod as well. So there are lighter options. I think an improvement would be to thin this out a bit. I don't think a blade like this really needs that 3/16 inch thick spine. For what it's designed for, an 1/8 of an inch is perfectly acceptable. But Ned Foss blades, man, they may be worth checking out some more items. They've got quite the plethora of blade designs. So hopefully you'll check them out. They're available on Amazon, and I'll check them out too. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.